was in a seedy, cheesy hotel. The kind where you don't put your bare feet on the carpet. And I had a bit of a wine-fueled temper tantrum with all things Universal, where I said, essentially, you fucked this up, you need to fix it. And that night, I had a vision. This vision was so ridiculously clear that it did not dawn on me that the woman with whom I had a conversation in it was no longer in her body. It was so clear that I apologized for meeting her in my bathrobe, and I had everything about her except her name, address, and telephone number. As these things happen, by the time I finally got to Telluride, which is where she sent me or brought me, it was a lure. Total lure to get me here. I was flummoxed. My feet were colder than they had been since the winter in Standing Rock. And I was wondering how in the heck any of this would come together. I was directed by a breathing woman to a place called Norwood, which is more affordable to stay in. So I went halfway down the hill heading to said Norwood. An energy grabbed my spine right behind my center heart and yanked. And I let loose with a string of expletives that I will not repeat here, but said, essentially, well, you got me here. Make it work. It took me a year and a half to realize this mountain, Mount Wilson, is the one that did that. Also took me nearly 6 months, if not a little more, to realize that the lady who lured me here with a promise of house and dog sitting, or caretaking rather, was dead. I met someone who knew her and she said, "Oh, Ingrid, it's so-and-so." She was a spiritual teacher that lived here. She died about 6 months ago, or 6 months before you saw her in vision. And I just looked at this lady and I was like, I'm sorry, what?